And good morning to you. Welcome. It's Martin Jeff from the Farmchick coming to you high atop the Eagle Building in beautiful downtown Goodland. Our show is being brought to you by The Insurance Agency, Northwest Tech, Elliott's Home Furnishings, Goodland Sonic Drive-In, and Eckland Insurance, LLC. On my left is nobody. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. She's not here. On my right, it's Jeff.
I think she's out at Sonic getting a burrito.
Getting a burrito?
Getting a breakfast burrito for us.
Well, we'll wait
and back. Hopefully she'll make it back in time.
In great anticipation. If not, we'll catch her next week. But welcome to you here on this, our first show of September.
It's showtime. We got to go.
We got to go.
You got to go.
Got to move.
This baby starts at 8:30.
So that means we'll talk about her. She's not here. You know, we always do that when you're gone.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Of course, you're easy to talk about.
I am easy to talk about. You're talking about me. You're not talking about somebody else.
It's hard to believe. Here we are, third football game of the season coming up this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, it's just unbelievable.
And it feels like fall, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does, even though it's been hot.
I know.
It's that fall hot
feeling. But it's cool
in
in the mornings when you get up.
Cool in the morning, cool at night.
Yeah.
I'm a late stayer-upper, so I like to sit.
A late stayer-upper?
Yeah.
Yep. So are we around our house, too, so I can't say too much. We are late stayer-uppers also.
Do you ever go outside and sit in the cool of the late night?
Yeah, we have a TV on our back patio, so we'll go light the fire pit and watch TV.
Perfect.
Watch Rockies baseball.
Cool.
That's what we have been doing. A lot of that. A lot of tennis last week. We watched a lot of tennis. Do you watch tennis?
U.S. Open? The wife does. I don't fancy it. It's an all-American tennis tournament this year, right? Finals.
No. Rafi is from Spain.
I thought they said that. Oh, the females.
Yeah.
The women.
The females. The females.
The women's.
Them women's. Them women's.
Was that
them females?
Is that old-fashioned or what?
Yeah, it just sounded funny when you said it. Yeah.
It does. It sounds funny.
Anyway, Rafi
the women's tournament is all American.
Yep.
Was. Okay.
Yep. But anyway, no, we like watching that. And so we like sitting on the back patio and with our TV on and fire pit going, and about time to start making s'mores. We haven't started doing that yet for some reason, but
really, I thought everybody did.
Well,
we've only had one backyard campfire this year, so
yeah. No, we just around the fire pit. Do you have a fire pit?
Yeah, we do. We have a fire pit.
Like gas or like really logs?
Really logs.
Yeah, we go for the gas. I knew you go for the real logs.
We have so many trees in our yard that automatically drop all the kindling into the pit automatically.
it's like
already
preloaded.
It's preloaded. All we have to do is light it.
It just preloads itself. That is an amazing fire pit.
It just go around the yard and pick up.
Same thing as having a gas tank. I mean, a propane tank.
Just about. Yeah.
Gas tank would be such a good deal. But
we need to do one. My son-in-law, my son-in-law.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's declared...
Mostly a pretty uninteresting guy, but go ahead.
Well, this is interesting. Mm-hmm. Numerous years when we lived in the country, and even now, he says, we got to have a campfire at least once in every month of the year.
Well, there you go.
And we have yet to accomplish that. We've had one once this year. This year.
Nice.
But
okay, you ever do this? I have a friend who takes, I think this is right. You take a piece of copper tubing, and you drill holes in it, and then you put a chunk of garden hose inside of it, and then set that in your fire, and it turns all sorts of colors. Makes your flame turn like blues and purples and
from burning the burning of the hose is
it has to have the copper. It has to have the copper with a garden hose in it. Try that someday. Well, I think I got it the right way. I think this is the way you do it.
Well,
if not, I just created like a pipe bomb.
Right.
Maybe I got my recipe the wrong way.
Here, get this. Last summer, the only fire we had was the 4th of July weekend when all the families here. And
did you mean to?
One, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a fire pit fire. So the youngest son bought this little thing that turns your fire into glows into beautiful little colors and stuff.
Was it a copper tube with a
No,
garden hose stuck in it?
it was like a firework. It was in a little
Oh.
bag. You put the bag in there underneath, and so your fire glows.
Your youngest son would know how to do that.
Well, much to the ire of the rest of the family, we read the instruction says, "Do not cook food while this thing is burning." So there were no s'mores. We couldn't do s'mores until the whole thing had burned out
No.
because of the chemicals that created this.
Okay, I don't know if
glow.
I would. I don't know if I'd put the copper tube with the garden hose in it. I don't know if I'd
Same-
put a s'more over it.
You're polluting the air if you're going to do that.
Well, probably.
You-
But it's
you're
really
not supposed
cool.
to.
Looks really nice.
So I guess that's what happened.
That's how you get a hole in the ozone.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
you have a pretty fire.
Speaking of Hurricane Irma, and
Yes.
like last weekend, did you follow along
I
with all
did,
everything?
and I don't know why.
I don't either.
But no, it's just like, and then not that I was bummed out when it didn't go, because it wasn't going to go up the middle.
You were the way. And the other thing that struck me after it was all over with, besides the fact that I sat there and watched it for so long,
I know.
all weekend long, was like by Monday morning, or even Sunday, the reporters standing out in the wind.
Yeah.
You know, they just look stupid.
Well,
I mean,
especially
why,
especially when it was a 35-mile-an-hour wind,
yeah.
which is a breeze
Right.
here, right?
But they're acting like it's, I think they're trying to be melodramatic. And,
Right. So I have a couple of friends. I have a friend of mine that just bought a house in Sarasota. Just bought it.
Oh my!
I know, and I felt sorry for him. And then I have another friend that has a house on the Keys, and she's telling me that it's not the flood and the hurricane that's the problem. It's the looting that comes afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
I mean, really, how much? Okay, so we get. We don't have hurricanes and that kind of stuff, but after a big storm came through, like that hailstorm came through last year, and the one that went through Waukene this year. Isn't it nice that we don't have to worry about people coming looting your house?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they could
wouldn't
have
happen.
done, but
I've seen some pictures of some
and
video.
I realize
of
that there's a vacation home, so
I've seen some video of the looting in Miami and Tampa, and it's just disgraceful. You just why? How dare you do that?
I mean, she said they don't keep anything personal in the house because it gets looted when they do that. And I realize that they're all vacation homes and not your personal home, but
No.
but the interesting thing was about this though. Actually, her next door neighbor is an ex-FBI agent, and she was an FBI agent, is a she, and she was staying in her house armed, waiting for the looters to come by.
Right.
So
Well, that might have been kind of satisfying. I don't know
really what happened,
But all joking aside, I mean, I'm very happy for the people now. I hope it didn't cause as much damage as they were expecting it.
Yeah, no,
and if it was downgraded, and so we'd
okay,
be thankful for that.
I'm not comparing storms because I don't have how this actually works, but Harvey dumping 50 inches of rain, that'd be pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Irma dumped 12, which still is a lot of rain. But
I think the difference was Irma had more wind and Harvey had more rain.
Yeah. I don't know what you'd rather have.
What a horrible
What are the two choices? What you'd rather have?
Neither. I don't know. And I haven't heard any more about Jose coming up behind.
Yeah.
Have you heard any more about
that? I have heard that the reason we're not having why we're having such mild weather and warm weather is because the too many hurricanes in the Gulf are shutting off our chances of moisture.
Wow.
Which you don't think about, right?
We're used to when they see those 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, they go, bring it on, man. If it's going to rain 2 or 3 inches, we'll take it. Come on. We're used to wind.
40 or 50 mile an hour wind, we get that every Wednesday.
Yeah, that's exactly
that's not that
right.
big a deal.
That's right. So,
although I was watching the one guy in Irma, and he was like in Naples, and he was standing out in the rain, and it was blowing 135 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of got tickled at him because he said, "Oh, that hurt."
Yeah.
I mean, like the rain. He came over next to the vehicle. Like, I got to get out of this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what? Duh. It's not the wind that can kill you. It's the debris flying in the wind.
Exactly.
Right. It's when the gutter comes off the building and goes through your head.
Sunday night and Sunday Night Football. Who's the NBC commentator that does the evening news? Lester, and the weather guy are standing down there. I think it was in Tampa, just ahead of it, and he said the most sensible thing I've heard any reporter say.
Let's get out of here.
He says, we should be getting out of here. We don't want to be a statistic. Let's go. So I thought, or do we have a plane waiting, or where are they going? They're surely not going to jump in a car and take off north
down the highway.
I guess maybe they had a plane waiting, so
Well, I'm sure they are.
they didn't want to be a statistic.
Yeah. No,
So-
but anyway, I'm glad we don't have to worry about. I mean, we do have storms like that. They're blizzards, that can last 3 and 4 days and dump a lot of stuff and
Well,
cause a lot of wind. But
late last week, I came home from work and I thought it was beautiful, beautiful weather. This weather's just been beautiful here, and I thought, we're in the perfect spot. We don't have the hurricanes, we don't have the fires.
yeah,
The other side of it is the fires.
but then we've had the
just as
smoke from the
tragic.
fires.
What?
We had the smoke from the fires.
We had the smoke,
which
from the
which is
fire.
kind of interesting because after the eclipse is when the kind of smoke rolled in.
Oh.
So it's almost like the eclipse knocked out the sun for a while.
or well, I guess it's
No,
it
that's
was the
not the
opposite.
word.
Or
Yeah.
somebody was holding a magnifying glass over something, and
Yeah, really,
when the sun came back out, and
Uh-huh.
actually, I haven't heard any more about it, but a 16-year-old
With
throwing fireworks or something. I've heard a lot of.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm sure it was an accident and that kind of stuff, but I've started field fires before on accident with my pickup, and boy, once the fire gets going, you want to tap it out so bad, but you can't get it stomped out, right? And then all of a sudden you've lost 160 acres, right?
Well,
So
that's somewhat acceptable to throw fireworks into a wooded area.
yeah,
Just-
no, I know. I mean, I'm just saying.
not sensible.
I'm just saying that you don't realize if you're 16 or if you're however old you want to be, you don't realize how quickly a fire gets out of control.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen.
Because one time I was trying to fry a turkey in one of those fryers in my backyard, and had the grease too full, and I dropped the turkey in, and the grease came out, and started my landscaping on fire.
Oh my goodness.
And I thought I was going to start my fence on fire.
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
That's what I mean. That's what it was like. Whoa,
That's the ultimate. Those
the turkey
but
fryer.
right. And I lived in the country. My garden was surrounded by buffalo grass right up to the edge, and there was a couple of times in the fall I would like to burn off some of the weeds and stuff, and
Right.
just gets a little bit under that grass, and boy, even green,
Yes.
it looks like it couldn't burn, and it burns no matter what. So you gotta
And
be
quickly.
careful. And quickly. So right now, they could put out a fire danger. Maybe they have warnings right now.
It's pretty
for burning.
dry.
There shouldn't be any burning going on.
It's pretty dry out there.
Yeah.
We're kind of waiting on our rain to start drilling. We're going to maybe start drilling next week, but it is that time of year. But it's hard to get excited about when it's this warm.
Yeah. Well, it's with all the rain we've had, even in my garden, I can't believe how dried up it's gotten, and hard pan, and just.
But it will be good. But anyway, it always rains. I don't care what anybody says. It always rains.
It'll rain eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been
It's
to
like getting old.
It's inevitable.
Uh-huh.
You better hope that you get old. That's what I used to tell my kids. You're getting old, Dad. I said, well, you better hope that you get old too.
Keep that up much longer. You won't be doing
Right.
that. Anyway,
So you've been to the fair.
been to the fair. Went to the fair last weekend. Or
The Kansas State Fair. We're talking
Friday,
about.
Saturday, Sunday, or Friday and Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Anyway, it was a big crowd on Saturday, huge crowd on Saturday, and then we went to the livestock shows. They had the grand drive, so the youth. These are the youth weekends. So the 4-H weekend was last weekend, I guess you should say.
And we have locals participating in that.
Yeah, yeah. We ran into a lot of people in the sheep show. I'm sure we had people everywhere, but I saw the Decans.
The Decans were there,
and Kate Zelfer was down there, and so they're all in the sheep show. And I kind of went to the sheep barn. I kind of hung out in the sheep barn for a little while.
Yeah.
Went to and then on Saturday night they have what's called the Grand Drive, and they bring in all the champions of all the classes of all species, and then they pick the overall champion.
Wow.
In each species. So.
We went in 2006 was the last time.
Yes.
Remember when Garrison Keeler was there?
Mm-hmm.
You so graciously gave us a ride in your golf cart or something, as I recall.
And you got you tickets, too.
You got me tickets.
Yeah,
That
they were
was
free, but
yeah.
I got you tickets anyway.
That was one of the best shows I've ever been to. if you're a fan of, not everybody's a fan of him, but
And he's not around anymore, so he doesn't do it anymore.
actually he travels and does shows.
I know, but
He
he
doesn't do Prairie Home Companion anymore on the road, and I wish he did. I don't like the guy that they replaced him.
But no, and so they had Loverboy and Survivor, and Josh Turner, and then tonight I think Wednesday night is I forgot who it is. It doesn't matter. Charlie Daniels was last night.
Wow.
I always wanted him to get Willie Nelson. I always all the years I was on the fair board, I tried to get him to get Willie Nelson, and for some reason our talent buyer would just laugh at me and say no.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Huh.
She would never give me a good reason. She would just laugh and say no.
Too expensive, maybe? I would
she wouldn't even give me. She wouldn't even quote us a price.
Huh.
It was like no. So then I said, I started doing stuff like, can we get Eddie Rabbit? Because he's gone.
Oh.
Or Waylon Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
But
and the boys.
yeah, but I mean, I kept saying I think Willie's still around. So,
yeah, Willie is still around.
I mean, she would laugh at me like I didn't know, like he was gone and I didn't know it.
Oh, okay.
So, but
no, I think he's probably still a big draw and still
I would think
doing
so.
stuff. But so, has the Kansas State Fair progressed any further as far as deep fried things are concerned? Like some of these fairs have got so far, they got deep fried air now, I think.
Right. Deep fried butter.
Deep fried butter, deep fried beer. I saw one deep fried beer at the Texas State Fair.
I forgot to check. There is every year we have a new foods deal.
Yeah.
And I forgot to get the list. I forgot to get the list of the new food.
Oh.
We usually get handed here, go try this. You have people who see at the fair every year, and I have one friend that's at the fair every year that is our mission. We go try all the new foods.
Uh-huh.
But they weren't at the fair this year, her and her husband, and we usually do that on a weekend. So maybe I'll go down next weekend. We'll go try the new foods.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was always. I think we had the corn dog has got a specific name.
Pronto Pup.
Pronto Pup.
Yes.
I remember having.
They've been there
Pronto
forever.
Pup. They've been there forever. Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, my cousin was here. My cousin was on the fairgrounds this weekend, and first time he's ever had a Pronto Pup.
Wow.
I don't think it's the first time he's ever had a corn dog, but first time he's had a Pronto Pup.
You may have to bring me back one. It's kind of making me hungry.
They are pretty good. I don't really like hot dogs, but those are pretty good.
Yeah. Seems like they're a little.
I would have them for breakfast. I'd have a Pronto Pup for breakfast because my theory was, it's like cornmeal, which is like having cornflakes, and a hot dog, which is like having bacon. So it's like having cornflakes and bacon.
I don't know how close dogs are to bacon. There's another one, deep fried bacon.
Yeah,
that's another State Fair exclusive.
I suppose the hot dogs are actually probably beef, aren't they? They're probably not pork.
There's something.
Yeah. There's something.
But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Uh-huh. No, there's anything wring with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
And then the other thing I like there is they have tacones, which is tacos in a cone.
Oh,
they're great. Love them.
We had that once here in Goodland at a Chamber of Commerce event. I think it was late '80s, early '90s. They call them walking tacos. I don't know if they were in a cone.
That's usually in a Frito bag.
Well, these were kind of in a cone. Maybe it was a tortilla in a. Mm-hmm. Those were pretty good.
They would deep fry a tortilla in a cone shape like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they mix up lettuce and they just mix it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell them what you want in. If you want jalapenos or sour cream or whatever, and that all gets mixed together, and they put it on there.
Yeah.
And they put a little dollop of whipped cream or sour cream on top with a little tomato.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like a little cherry on top.
You got to bring me back one of those.
I love them. Those are great. And then also this weekend, which I didn't get a chance to go see her, but Annie Up, which is Andrew Townsend's band, they were playing on the fairgrounds this weekend.
Oh wow!
At the Roadhouse Deli, which is like
I saw that on Facebook. I didn't realize that was at the fair.
Yeah, it's like, and it is like
on the grounds of the fair.
Yes, right there by the big slide, and it is like a roadhouse. You kind of go in there and feeling like you're like you entered some roadhouse along the highway.
Go in and have a suds and a burger or something.
Yeah, like you might knock over somebody's Harley out front. But
It kind of looked like it from the outside.
yeah, no, it's great. It's a great place.
Wow.
So,
All right. Kansas State Fair, how long does it go?
10 days. Starts the Friday after Labor Day and goes through to the next weekend. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Of this week, and it's over.
Then it's over with.
Wow. Wow. It seems so short.
Yeah. It's, just 10 days. 10 days and first part of September.
And then, let's see, is it the weekend after this? The weekend after this weekend is the Flatlander Festival.
Flatlander, yeah.
Which is kind of a weekend earlier. It always seems like it's always the last weekend of September.
But the last weekend of September is the last Saturday of September. Last weekend of September, or last Saturday of September is the last day of September.
Yeah. Okay.
The 30th of September is the last day.
So they can't have it on
Saturday.
Can't have it on October 1st. Then.
I guess not. Because we advertise it as the last full weekend
Yeah,
of the...
that's it. Yeah. So
and then after that, then after Flatlander, then 2 weeks, then it's homecoming.
Yeah. Yep. Where's the time going, man? I tell you.
My homecoming is my favorite thing that Goodland does. One of our favorite traditions.
Yeah.
I love it that you drag out all the old homecoming queens and dust them off and put them in a convertible and drag them down Main Street.
Usually carry one or two in your big old Cadillac, right?
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because the nice thing about it, when you have a big car or a big convertible, and you get to have one of the old homecoming queens, you get to have one of the former homecoming queens in your thing. They're not really good about throwing all the candy out. It doesn't all clear, so there ends up to be a lot of candy left over in the back of the convertible.
Oh.
So all year long, I'll find sweet tarts and a little bit.
Probably eat them. Right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Tootsie Rolls get a little hard, but
and by the way, you better be careful. Like,
Smarties.
Say, yeah, old homecoming queens, but you have a sister that's
That's why I say it.
Was a homecoming queen. Senior
and
year.
It makes her mad.
Yeah,
which is funny.
I wonder if she remembers that I was one of the top 6 contenders. Nobody remembers.
Nobody remembers the top 6.
Remembers the 3 that got voted out. You know.
Yeah.
I hardly remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, she probably didn't talk to you.
No. Nobody. I didn't.
My sisters were all nice. I'm sure they talked to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, no.
I didn't get talked to because I was goofy. You know?
Yeah, I know. What's up,
I'm
man?
talking about goofy Amelia.
Hey, look, that kid has a bow tie and an afro.
It's the great Clurd. Staying away from him.
Isn't that your senior picture? Your bow tie and afro?
No, I didn't have an afro. No bow tie. I looked pretty good in my.
It looked pretty hip
senior
in that polyester leisure suit.
It wasn't a leisure suit. It was a bright pink paisley sport coat with a paisley tie.
Nice.
But
you had a paisley coat?
But at that time, well, it wasn't paisley. It was just a pattern, but it was kind of a pinkish mauve or whatever. Mm-hmm. But nobody thought anything of it. That was the end thing, you know. That was
burgundy.
Stylish. Burgundy. It was burgundy. I was
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Yeah, that was it.
And it was probably like double knit polyester,
and
it probably like could stand up by itself.
Probably. But I'll never forget.
Or they're getting near a flame because those babies would melt.
Yeah.
And how wide was your tie? Probably 4-inch.
Oh, yeah, I guess. You couldn't
probably
see it. It's covered up by the coat.
But I'm sure it covered your whole gut.
But, you know, that period of time.
Looked like a bib.
The mid 70s, from about 72 to 70.
Those are the early 70s. Nice try with those mid.
Well, whatever. But prior to that, to the 60s and the 50s, the guys all wore black coats and a thin black tie. Every one of them.
I assume that's like the photographer had that.
And a flat top with black rim glasses. Yeah. But, in our era, we got colorful.
Gotta choose. I just assume like all those pictures when they're all have the same thing on, that the
same background, you mean?
No, the same coat, the same tie.
Wow.
And the girls all had like a black with the pearls on or something like that. I figured that was just a standard here. Put this on and we'll take a picture. Click.
Chalk it up to the local clothing people, which we had back then.
Yeah.
His shop is where I.
Oh, you're going to blame your wardrobe on Jim?
No, it wasn't Jim. It was Dave. No, he had these great high-heeled red shoes I'd gotten for some dance during my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was pretty hip when it came to clothes. Yeah, you know, you'd call them high heel.
I know they would be.
More
I know
like a boot.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know,
they did have a heel to them, more than a boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, you had to have them. You wanted to be stylish. Then after school, after high school, then forget it. You didn't want to do that anymore. T-shirts and jeans and forget it.
Sure. Whatever.
Right.
You wore a sport coat out to
for
work.
college. I mean, for college years. But yeah, by the time you got to work, you had to. We dressed up in the 80s.
For work?
Yeah. Coats and ties.
Not this what you have on today?
No, they don't do that anymore. Nobody, not even management.
Well, you know, it used to be, we were kind of right that day. The fact that in 2001, when I first got on the fair board, you had to wear a coat and tie to every fair board meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in the 2000s?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you were expected to wear a coat and tie to fair board meetings, not to the fair. Wow. To the monthly meeting. But
today, even broadcasters were in the 80s and early 90s, we'd all dress up suits and sport coats. But you go to a broadcast convention now, and the dressiest they get is an open, no tie. Oh yeah, open collar thing.
Blue jeans
with a blue jeans and a coat.
Yeah.
So
looking stylish.
Yeah. So anyway, things. I kind of prefer this. I don't think I could wear a coat and tie anymore.
The polo shirt, soft collared shirt. Yep, me too. Honestly,
yeah. You're in the t-shirt.
I'm in a t-shirt and khaki shorts,
and the khaki shorts and the flip flop. No, you don't have the flip
flops.
I have
flip flops on today. It's getting a little too cool for flip flops.
Can you imagine the cow guy going out feeding cattle wearing flip flops? Wouldn't you like to see that?
No, I would not like to see that.
Would that be something that you just can't envision?
No, I can't envision that.
No,
shorts.
You couldn't.
How about in shorts?
No, short overalls. Maybe.
Short-alls.
Short-alls? Is that what they call it?
I don't know if that's what they're called or not.
That's we got to challenge him sometimes. See if he can get
wear a short-all. Short-all.
Short-all. So anyway, we're out of time. Let's see. We got football on the road again this week. Is that right? Or is it?
I can't remember. Do we go to Holcomb?
I think we're on the road again. Don't hold me to that. We should check that out before we started the show.
We do that every time.
Every time.
I don't know. You think I would?
It's too bad Jennifer's not here. She'd know.
She would know.
So anyway, you're going to be back next week. We'll try it again here on Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chicks. Thank you, Jeff, for coming in.
And thanks for the burrito, chick.
Yeah. We're still waiting. Here on Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chick, brought to you by Eckland Insurance, LLC. Elliott's Home Furnishings, the insurance agency. Northwest Tech and Goodland Sonic Drive-In here on Eagle Cable Channel 10, KLOE AM Radio, and we stream from our Facebook page, Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Check. Like us on Facebook, and you can listen to the show there too. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you again next week.